Okay, so the schools around here closed the woodworking programs are greatly reduced. So all this woodworking equipment ended up on the market just absolutely dirt cheap. You can get a table saw for $100, especially if it's three-phase. So the only experience I really had woodworking was making crates for a hydraulic shop I worked for. They'd crate up stuff and ship it out. So I kind of had to teach myself some things and look around. But using a router in a table, I'll show you something I came up with and you might think it's funny. And it works, and no kidding. You can take wood like this is like bloodwood, and cut it like that, make a spring out of it. So to hold wood against this for that cutter there, I got a roller skate wheel on an arm, and they pivot from these things that I'm installing here. So this is the piece of wood, it'll be long. I want to cut something into it. So I can adjust that, stick this in there as a spring. And then when the wood comes, see, it springs and holds it against that fence there. Then I'll just have to hold pressure down to keep it on the cutter here. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making these inserts for these arms. And I'm going to do a couple more and go out and do that. And I was going to do a video yesterday, but all the batteries were dead. But I'll show you how this works. This is like the regular table saw fence here. This junk on it. This is a big table saw. A Delta Rockwell 1214 tilt-enabled arbor saw. Takes up to 14-inch blades. Okay, this is a regular fence for it here. So I hooked this arrangement on here onto these brackets and made another fence for this. And this is what's called a router in a table. And you can, a lot of times people have it a separate affair, but I don't have a lot of room, so I just put it in where I could on the right-hand table on the table saw. So I'll pop this out. Let me push it out. Okay, so what I got is a router. And you can buy these plates like this, but I took and machined one out of half-inch plate. Made these little pieces here to so you don't have a gaping hole around the different size cutters. So I made these pieces that go in there, different ones. Here's a smaller one for a ball cutter. So the machine shop comes in pretty handy. And that's just an old Porter cable router, and it's got the usual adjustments here. See, flip that. Then you can get the cutter to protrude. And I use a Chinese height gauge. Then I get in there and set the height. Then I can make things like that shelving with the grooves in it, see? Then it's got the steps. Then to get the steps, I have the wood like that. Let me move this over. Then I got to have some different holes here to locate these arms to better keep the wood against the fence when it's upright. So there's always something to do, and it's sure handy to have that machine shop outside. Make all kinds of crazy stuff. But this works pretty good. You know, I just kind of make do with the stuff I have here, and use the regular table saw fence for the router over here with an auxiliary deal. And when I don't need that, see, I can just loosen these. This is some kind of a safety roller device, what these was. Then I made these T-brackets. See? Then the fence moves independently back over for the table saw. Yeah. So that's how that is. The machine shop just comes in handy. The college just got rid of this. This was $100. It's it's a 1965 Powermatic in like new condition cabinet saw. But I kind of have a saw island here. I have this table saw, a 10-inch, and then there's the 12-14 over there. And then all this stuff, when I get through in a minute, will all be level again. It's kind of nice. You can pass wood over all this. That's kind of my overview here. One of my favorite tools here is, it's like 1955 or something, DeWalt radial arm saw. Radial alarm saw. And this is my Boeing monster here. I got a lot of stuff to do with that. I got it fully functional. This is a Harbor Freight bench that I beefed up. I got wood to make another one, a better one, and I got like a collection of hand planes down there, and this bench is like solid. There's so much weight on it. So anyway, I'm gonna build, I've got a stack of maple here, and that's a lot of maple. I'm not kidding, it weighs a ton. So I'm gonna build a lot of things out of that, a little better workbench. But I got stuff on wheels back here, see, and I can just, I can push everything back here in that hole, then pull stuff out and fill it up full of chips from the planer, because it doesn't have a dust collector on it. So I got my wobbly jet 18-inch bandsaw, but I can make that thing work. And a Grizzly 8-inch jointer. Everything else is vintage. That's 1959 Powermatic 16-inch planer, model 160. Oh, my Kindle motor oil sign. I sold that in my store. Let's get a lot, but they changed it. It's not the same. I think the same, it's called Brad Penn oil now. Last I heard, anyway. I like to use antique tools down here for my woodworking. Oh, 12-inch caliper there, and ancient this. And my Chinese copy of Mitutoyo height gauge. That was at a local junk store on sale for 20 bucks. Works perfectly for this. Okay, I'm gonna go out and make those bushings. I hope you're all having a good Sunday. It's nice and cool here. I'm getting a lot of things done. It's just really great. Okay, we'll be back in a bit. All right, I'm going to make a couple of those table inserts for my table saw, and I'll get things going here. Kick on the American rotary there. Let's see, I don't want that light in your way. Let's see if I can get that up a little bit. Okay, fire it up. It's a cold start. Okay, that's 2 bushings. I'll go put them in. Wouldn't you know it, there's something I forgot to do. But there's a second operation I'd do anyway, where I get that nasty burr off this end. And it's really nice to have a true running 3-jaw chuck. I'm going to get that 12-inch one fixed up here pretty soon too, because I want to use it. Okay, so I'll put that in there, get this fired up again. I'm going to put a glue groove in it. I forgot to do that. That's okay. Okay, fire it up again. We're in gear. Okay, and that's it. Another little job done here. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I got my little table inserts in, and I've got my wooden springs and my roller skate wheels on arms. I'm going to give that a try. Hold on now, try not to kick you. Whoop. Pretty tight. Let's see. Okay. Turn it on here. Okay, I'm going to try this standing on these slats here. A little less fatigue, I hope. Kind of hard standing on concrete when you're an old guy. So I'm standing on wood. I think that's going to be a little bit better. Hey, I hope you guys had a good Sunday. I'm just about out of Sunday here, and I'm going to load this video and start up again on Monday. Okay, you guys have a good evening.